Welcome to Dave TV.
WFED Personality Johnny Holiday. FM 101 Music Songs. WWDC.
Some jingles there from WWDC back when it was a kind of an easy listening-ish adult contemporary station there on 101.1. It still is on 101.1. Okay, folks, welcome to Dave TV for this beautiful Wednesday, the 25th of April or May or June, no, 25th of May, 2011. Got some ratings for you in a few minutes, but I just wanted to show this here. This is a TV guide from 40 years ago, from 1971. So, cool here. This is Philadelphia, actually. And since I'm recording this episode of Dave TV at about noon, I was just curious, what would be on noon on a Wednesday back in 1971 on Philadelphia television? Of course, that was back before anyone in the Philadelphia area had cable. So basically, you just had you had 6 or 7 channels over the air. So if you're looking at 12 noon on Wednesday in the Philadelphia market, here's what you had to watch. You could watch the news on Channel 3 with Marcia Rose and Caldwell. You could watch a Bewitched rerun on Channel 6. Sam's on a Wild Eating binge. You could watch Where the Heart Is on Channel 10. You could watch Jeopardy on Channel 17. You could watch Dennis the Menace on Channel 29. Dennis finds $1,000 in an old radio Mr. Wilson gave him. Or you could watch the Banana Splits on Channel 48. And then coming up at 12:25, the CBS News, 5 minutes of it with Douglas Edwards on Channel 10. And then at 12:30, you can watch Mike Douglas on Channel 3. Password with Alan Ludden on Channel 6. Huck and Yogi on Channel 48, and the Who, What, or Where game on Channel 17. I always remember back then, Let's Make a Deal was always on ABC at 1:30, the Newlywed Game at 2 o'clock, and the Dating Game at 2:30. In fact, I'd often stay home from school just so I could watch those 3 game shows on ABC, which was Channel 6. Okay, folks, we got some ratings for the first week of May yesterday on the website, dcrtv.com. And I'm going to show you some mail demo numbers. Some folks in the DC radio market sent me some mail demos. So let's take a quick look at let's take a look at the morning ratings. These are men 25-54, okay? 25-54 in mornings for the first week of May. Wash. Kiss, El Zol, MZQ, MMJ, Hot 99.5, JFK's Junks, Whammoo, DC 101 tied. They're at second, and of course first is WTOP. So that's mornings, men 25-54. Middays. Here we go for middays. Those are the midday numbers for men 25-54. As you can see, MZQ, Fresh. Interesting, Fresh is doing 9th place among men. You'd think that'd be a chick station. Whammoo, DC 101, JFK. Mike Wise. Okay, Mike Wise is getting beaten out by WTEM. Lavaro and whatever that show is in middays there, and Tony Kornheiser there at 10 o'clock. So it looks like TEM is stomping on JFK in men 25-54. TEM, ESPN 980, 2nd place, with JFK in 6th place. Interesting. I listen to Mike Wise. I like Mike Wise, but he sounds like a big kid. When I listen to TEM, I sound like I'm listening basically to adult men. When I'm listening to JFK, I often feel like I'm listening to big kids. It just sounds like they all sound like they're, adult teenagers. Afternoons, men 25-54. There we go. Wash, KYS. El Zol, Magic, Hot 99.5, and HUR tied for 5th. TEM, 4th place. And here's where JFK wins. The Arrington Duke show comes in 2nd place, of course, but behind WTOP. And in evenings, this is I got an interesting little nugget here. Look at where WFED is. This is evenings on Men 2554 WFED, which really doesn't show up hardly in the ratings at all because as a federal news radio talker, it doesn't get many, just it's a niche station. But when they run the baseball there, they're a Nationals affiliate. They get 5th place. In fact, look at this. They're beating JFK, which is the main flagship station of the Nationals. Interesting numbers there. WFED is beating WJFK, the flagship station of the Nationals, in evening ratings. Wow, what is this? This is HFS 94.7's HD2 playing in the background. But I think that's an interesting thing. So FED is beating JFK in the male demo there. What does that say? And, of course, we want to go to our wonderful, friendly, wonderful favorite station, WMAL, and how they're doing in their target demo of Men 2554. There you go. 19th place full week, 16th place in mornings, 13th place in middays, 15th in afternoons, and 18th in evenings. They're really cooking there at MAL. Please, no Joe DeGenova. Please, no Joe DeGenova. All right, any big news today to report? Anything coming across the transom that's shocking news? The radio trade pubs are reporting that Clear Channel is actively sent out a bunch of is actively looking for a new operations manager to replace Thea Mitchum there at Clear Channel, Washington, over there in Rockville Pike. That's interesting. I guess there's nobody there at 1801 Rockville Pike who's qualified to take her place. Of course, we reported yesterday that she is taking over the market manager job as Hartley Atkins becomes the senior vice president for Southeast operations for Clear Channel. So that's interesting. And some interesting stuff. I was watching the Teletube yesterday, and I noticed that a lot of the cable newsers about 5 or 6 o'clock started to go to coverage of tornadoes in Oklahoma. Very interesting stuff. The Weather Channel, MSNBC, a number of the channels are doing it. And now we learn that Jason Lurch Bishop, one of the WJFK Junkies, was actually there in Oklahoma with a Discovery Channel Storm Chasers team. So his pictures are up there on 1067thefandc.com, and you can get to that link right there on DCR TV. So very interesting stuff there. What else is going on? Bill Pasha, who was way back when he used to run the Baltimore. He was the head of the Baltimore CBS radio cluster there. Then he went in 2004 to join Entercom, being another radio owner. Well, he went and starting his own company called Multi-Brand Media International. We got some links to it on the DCR TV front page. And we hear that Ken Merson, who's a longtime Baltimore DC radio veteran who's been heard lately on Fresh 94.7, is going to be joining Bill in his work there. I'm sure Ken will still be heard on the local radio, but he will be doing some work at this new company, so that's that. All right, folks, that's the big news for today here on DCRTV.com. It's the 25th of May, right, yeah. And don't forget to subscribe or renew your DCRTV Plus membership. Do it by the end of May, and you'll get 2 years for just $29, okay? And even if you don't care about all the memorabilia, you're helping DCR TV. We're an independent site, one-man site, been up here for about 14 years now, and we do appreciate every little donation we get. It's $5, $10, $3,000, whatever you want to give, we love it. Well, we can use it all. All right, folks, thanks a lot, and don't forget to stay true.